You've been chasing money for far too long. Like a beggar in a land of abundance, you've been pleading for every dollar, every opportunity, every financial miracle. But maybe no one has ever told you this money isn't something to chase. Money is a spirit that responds to a call, and your voice is that call. You're not lacking money. You're missing the words, a declaration, a command so resonant it causes the universe to pause and listen. Like a magical key you've been unknowingly holding in your hand, but never turned the right way. And today, I will give you that key. Imagine a woman with only $2 left in her wallet, her only possession. But instead of fear, she speaks with unwavering faith. My wallet is the purse of God, it never runs dry. Just weeks later, she receives a $6,000 gift, as if the universe itself confirmed that words are not mere sound but a creative power. From this moment on, you don't need to struggle. You only need to speak correctly. Because when you learn to speak like a spiritual master, like an heir of divine power, every door that was once closed will begin to open on its own. And if you're wondering, what is that phrase? You're about to find out. A sacred statement, a spiritual decree, proven through time, and when you speak it with true intention, money won't just come to you, it will pour in like a flood. Keep your heart open, let your soul listen. Because in the next part, I'll show you the one phrase you need so that wealth is no longer a dream, but a certainty. The law of words and vibration. Money doesn't respond to your tears. It doesn't come because you're sad. It isn't moved by your doubled effort. Money only listens when you speak with power. The universe doesn't operate based on emotion, but on laws. And among all laws, there is one unchanging truth that Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized over a century ago. Your word is your wand. Every word you speak is a vibrational command. Imagine every word you say as an invisible signal sent into the unseen realm, moving through the atmosphere, touching the most delicate frequencies of creation. No word is wasted, no whisper goes unheard. Every sentence plants a seed, and the universe can do nothing but make that seed sprout. You might be thinking, but I didn't say anything bad. Be honest. Have you ever said, I don't know where to get the money. I'm always running short. I'm not good enough to earn more. And then you wonder why money keeps avoiding you. But this isn't a mystery. It's the law of vibration. Florence's quote proof through belief. In her book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Florence tells the story of a young woman who wanted to expand her shop but lacked the capital. People told her to wait to be careful, but every day she whispered a simple sentence. There is no competition on the spiritual plane. What is rightfully mine cannot be taken from me. Within 2 weeks, a former customer returned with an offer to invest, no interest required. It wasn't because she begged. It was because she spoke as if it were already true. The core psychology. Why words are so powerful. The human mind has two parts, the conscious temporary and the subconscious eternal. You might think you're being positive, but if your mouth is constantly complaining, your subconscious is imprinting poverty. The subconscious doesn't understand jokes. It doesn't distinguish real from false. It only knows this: what's repeated often becomes law. Every time you say, I have no money, you're not just describing a fact. You're commanding your subconscious to keep you in lack. And the universe, like a loyal servant, replies, as you wish. A deep symbol. Your voice is the instrument of the soul. Imagine your voice as a musical instrument vibrating through the unseen ocean. If you play the wrong notes, chaotic vibration, life becomes disorderly. But if you strike the right rhythm, the right tone, doors that were once shut will open, stuck finances will flow, and longed-for miracles will materialize. Florence once said, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Meaning, those who speak rightly need no evidence, because their word is the evidence. Mini exercise. Detecting poverty language. Try recording yourself for a day. Just listen to how you talk about money, work, yourself. You'll be surprised how often you use limiting phrases like, that's too expensive, I can't even dream of that, I'm just an ordinary person. These are distorted energy codes, and your job is to update your vibrational dictionary. Transformation. Speak as the chosen one. From now on, don't say I need money. Say money is finding me through unexpected channels. Don't say I can't afford it. Say all my needs are being miraculously met. Don't say maybe I'll have to wait a while. Say divine timing is now, I am provided for instantly. If you're feeling inspired, comment below with your own affirmation. Writing it down is a declaration. And public declarations activate the law of resonance. You're not alone. Thousands of others are like you, learning how to re-speak in order to relive. Treat the comments as a community altar, where every right word echoes and amplifies. Now you understand why words matter. You've seen how Florence used words to create miracles, and you're beginning to see that your language is your destiny. But there was one phrase, one vibrational command, that Florence called the key to unlocking all doors. A phrase that has helped thousands shift from lack to abundance, from worry to freedom. In the next part, I'll share that phrase with you, decode every word and show you how to turn it into your own vibrational declaration. Don't leave yet, because the financial door you've been seeking is about to open with just one sentence. The destiny phrase and the art of sacred declaration. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Let all that is mine by divine right now reach me in great avalanches of abundance. You didn't just hear an affirmation, you just heard an ancient vibrational code, a sacred proclamation with the power to unlock the treasure vault of the universe you've been searching for all these years. Decoding the phrase, each word is a key. Infinite Spirit. The moment you start with these words, you're directly tuning into the source of all. You're not calling on a person. You're not pleading with an institution. You're broadcasting a signal to the universal consciousness where all provision already exists. Florence once wrote in Your Word is Your Wand. There is an infinite supply for every demand. There is no lack in spirit, only a lack of awareness in calling the right source. Open the way for my immediate supply. This is not a request, it's a vibrational command. You don't ask, is it okay? You declare, open the way. And you add a critical element, immediate. No waiting, no delay. Because in the realm of spirit, time doesn't exist, only frequency does. Florence wrote, all delays are caused by your own mental resistance. It's not fate holding things back. It's unclear language and weak vibration. Let all that is mine by divine right. There's no greed here, no forceful taking. You're simply reclaiming what has been yours since the beginning. Not by man's law, but by soul's law. Florence called this the law of divine right, something no one can take from you, and no circumstance can block. You don't compete, you align. Now reach me in great avalanches of abundance. The image of an avalanche, a sudden, unstoppable surge, is not a random metaphor. Florence chose it to show that abundance doesn't trickle in, it rushes in irresistibly. This affirmation isn't just about money, it's about activating a vibrational phenomenon. Comparison with other affirmations from Your Word is Your Wand. Florence wrote many famous affirmations like, God is my unfailing supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly under grace in perfect ways. My supply is endless, inexhaustible, and immediate, and comes to me under grace in perfect ways. These are like gentle invitations, but Infinite Spirit, open the way, is a bold spiritual declaration reclaiming with power here and now. What makes it stand out? It carries immediate activation energy. It has a rhythmic structure connection, command, timing, imagery. It creates a high vibration state just by speaking it aloud. Vibrational psychology. Why this works so powerfully? It shifts your core belief. You no longer see yourself as small. You claim your role as a co-creator. It triggers high emotion. The combo of immediate and avalanche awakens a sense of worthiness and excited anticipation. It retrains your subconscious. This statement is strong enough to override old beliefs like money is hard or I have to work for everything. Florence said, you must act as if you had already received. This isn't just a phrase to repeat, it's a spiritual action. How to use this affirmation correctly. Say it loud, clear, with rhythm, don't whisper. Don't recite like a robot. Speak as someone who holds power. Use it morning and before sleep. These are the most receptive times for the subconscious. Don't contradict it during the day if you say this in the morning, but complain all day. Where's the money? You're canceling the vibration. I invite you right now, rewrite this affirmation in your own words as long as you keep the energy. Start with a source, Infinite Spirit, in God, divine mind. Include the command to open the way, emphasize immediacy, end with a powerful image of abundance. Post it below, not just to share, but as a community ritual of energetic broadcasting. Every word you write, if aligned, will send ripples into the unseen. Now you know the sacred phrase, and you understand why it's so powerful. But if you say it once and forget, you've only planted the seed without watering it. In the next part, I'll show you how to program this phrase deep into your subconscious using a 7-day financial vibration reset technique. You'll learn how to speak in rhythm, combine it with imagery, breath, and feeling. Avoid 5 common subconscious errors that sabotage your affirmations. You now hold the magic wand. The next part will teach you how to wield it like a master. 7-day financial vibration reset the key to unlock the subconscious and break old limits. You've learned the powerful affirmation. You've understood the layers of vibration it carries. And now it's time to practice it as a way of life. Not saying it once and waiting, but saying it enough, saying it right, saying it deeply until it becomes the new vibrational breath of your soul. Why 7 days and why morning and night are golden hours? Right after you wake up and just before sleep, your subconscious is most open. Your brain is in alpha frequency, that dreamy in-between state where the barrier between conscious and subconscious melts away. That's the moment when a spoken phrase can pierce through logic's firewall and imprint onto your spiritual hard drive. Florence didn't use the word alpha, but she intuitively understood this truth. Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Florence Scovel Shinn. Preparation means repeating what you've chosen, even if there's no outer proof yet. The law of substitution. Replacing lack with power. When you say, "I don't have enough," your subconscious sees an empty picture and copies that into reality. Florence called this reverse programming, and it happens unintentionally. To erase an old belief, you don't delete it, you replace it. Fear is misdirected energy. Substitute faith. Florence, the power of the spoken word. The law of substitution is the answer for everyone who's wondered. How do I stop negative thoughts? How do I stop worrying about money? The answer, don't fight it. Replace it with a higher vibration. 7-day practice. A new vibration each day. Day 1. Activation. Say the phrase 3 times morning and night. No tweaking. No edits. Breathe deeply before speaking. Feel each word like electricity touching your heart. Day 2. Add imagery. Visualize it as you speak. When saying avalanche of abundance, imagine a glowing waterfall pouring into your home, bills paid off your account filling up. Day 3. Replace negative language. When you catch yourself saying, "I don't have enough," "this month's tight," instantly switch to, "I am divinely provided for." If not through this channel, then another. Day 4. Write it down. Handwrite the affirmation 5 times before bed. Listen to soft meditation music or water sounds while writing to synchronize your vibration. Day 5. Speak with emotion. Don't say it like a robot. Say it like you just found out you received $100,000. Emotion is fuel for vibration. Day 6. Speak while moving. Whisper it in your mind while walking, exercising, or washing dishes. Physical movement plus words deeply anchor it in your subconscious. Day 7. Record your voice and listen back. Record yourself saying it with soft background music. Listen before sleep, like reprogramming your financial energy field. Symbol a vibrational seed watered for 7 days. Imagine, each morning you say the affirmation, you plant a seed. Each evening you say it again, you water the seed. After 7 days, a new vibration has sprouted within you. And when this vibrational seed grows strong, money opportunities and gifts from the universe will bloom like fruit in season. Share your 7-day journal. I invite you, the one reading now, to document your feelings after each day. You might comment, "Day 1, I felt warm and safe." Day 3, I got an unexpected refund. Day 5, I felt powerful saying this aloud. Write it down, not to impress, but to witness the vibration in action. We are a community of those who speak truth, believe in vibration, and transform our lives through words. You've done the personal practice. But Florence taught when many speak the same frequency, the magnetic force multiplies. In the next part, I'll guide you on how to join the 21-day group vibration ritual. Create a sacred space in your home as a prosperity field. Use words not just for money, but for health, relationships, and purpose. That's when you'll no longer speak just for yourself, but for the collective soul. The journey and challenge, moving through doubt and awakening vibration. You've practiced the 7-day belief replacement, but the journey isn't always smooth. There are days you wake up with the affirmation, yet shortly after, a wave of doubt, heaviness, or worry crashes in. What if this doesn't work? Why is it happening for others, but not for me? When doubt shows up, it means you're puncturing the replacement bubble. Florence taught, the very thing you fear most will come upon you, not as a punishment, but as a test of courage to prove to your soul that it can be overcome. The secret door to success. When doubt arises, it's not failure, it's a vibrational test from within. This is when you're touching the deep fears stored in your subconscious. If you face them, you transcend your old limits. If you quit those fears, continue to rule. How to handle the moment you lose faith. Pause, reflect. Ask yourself, what exactly am I doubting? Do I feel the affirmation isn't powerful enough? Am I giving up just because I haven't seen results yet? Am I haunted by the fear that money won't come? Cleanse with the core affirmation. When doubt rises, speak the affirmation aloud 5 times with heart and power. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Like a wave crashing into cracks in a dam, the stronger the wave, the more it seals the break. Journal with radical honesty. Write down, when did the doubt show up? How often? What emotions were present? Anxiety, fear, pressure. Then write a full, vivid affirmation in response. Example, I feel anxious about bills, but I trust that provision is flowing through unexpected people toward me. Open up, don't isolate. Your vibration grows stronger when you realize you are not alone. This community was born to hold light together. Tag a friend walking this 7-day path with you, or comment, today I felt doubt, but I choose to believe the universe is working for me. When you open up, doubt is no longer darkness, it becomes light, guiding you to lean in, not back away. Energy amplifies when shared. Florence Scovel Shinn warned, every assertion of faith multiplies itself, while every fear or doubt drains the liver of power, the game of life. When you share your doubt and move through it with others, you send out a frequency 100x stronger than fear. That's the resonance curve of collective faith, forming a vibrational field where miracles are allowed to manifest. Let doubt become fuel, not a dead end. Each time you speak the affirmation while tired, you stretch the subconscious. Each time you erase a limiting phrase and write a new truth, you add wings to your soul. Integrate doubt into the 7-day cycle. Let's upgrade the daily practice. If you feel doubt that day, listen to your own recorded affirmation if available, or the original version. Write down 3 things I still believe even if no results have appeared yet. Examples. I believe belief can be programmed. I believe my soul is worthy of abundance. I believe this community supports me. If you don't feel doubt, radiate that energy. Comment an affirmation that might spark miracles for someone else. Tag a friend so they know they're not alone. Symbol, the cloud of fear becomes rain for the tree of faith. Picture a large tree. When a small cloud fear doubt rolls in, the tree doesn't collapse. It opens, receives the rain. The tree grows even faster, nourished by the very thing that once seemed to threaten it. And when the sun returns, it stands even greener, stronger, and deeper rooted. In the comments write, day ____ I felt, ____ anxious / tense. But I choose to believe ____. Example, day 3. I didn't see any results, but I choose to believe provision is flowing from the universe. When you write that, you're not just affirming for yourself, you're lighting the path for someone else. You and I have walked together through practice, through doubt, through connection, and now it's time to rise even higher. The next part will show you how to join the 21-day collective vibrational ritual. Create a sacred practice space at home with an altar, candles, music as a ceremony. Expand your vibration not just for money, but for health, shinda, love, and life purpose. You've reached the threshold of personal spirituality. What's next is the gateway to collective abundance consciousness. If you're ready, comment, "I'm ready," or "I choose to rise," so we may call in a larger wave of energy together. Ritual and embodiment of vibration. The final shift. You have activated the powerful affirmation, practiced 7 days of writing, visualizing, speaking to realign your inner world, faced your doubts, and strengthened your faith. Now it's time to cross the final threshold. Not just speaking the affirmation, but becoming it. You embody the vibration you've created, turning the phrase into a living substance in your breath, actions, and thoughts. Journaling. The 7-day experience. More than just recording. Journaling isn't just a method of recording, it's a spiritual tool. Proof creation. When you write, "I feel peaceful." Even though the bill isn't paid, your mind begins to treat it as true, even if it still feels vague. Amplify vibration. Seeing someone else share today's affirmation makes you feel less alone. Mark the journey. From day 1, skeptical, to day 7, something shifted. Your journal becomes the witness to your inner transformation. When you look back after 7 days, you'll realize you've created an invisible but real movement, one that would be easy to overlook without the page to prove it. Personal ritual. Turn your space into a vibration field. The space you live in deeply affects your energy. When you turn a small corner of your home into a sacred space where you speak your affirmation, energy naturally holds you in a higher frequency. How to create a simple altar. Choose a small table shelf or corner. Keep it clear, clean, and sacred. Place on it a small card with your current affirmation, a white candle, a symbolic object or image you love, a dedicated journal for your 7+7-day journey, a natural stone to hold when you feel doubt or fear. Each morning and evening, when you look at your altar, you're plugging back into the vibration field. It's no coincidence that every spiritual tradition has candle lighting or touching sacred objects. These are ways to anchor your energy in a daily rhythm. Include up-down days to avoid energetic burnout. Like physical training, your spirit needs recovery days. 2 days a week, you still speak the affirmation, but slow down the rhythm. No need to say it loudly. No need for intense imagery. Just breathe gently. Inhale, exhale. Let the words be present. Purpose. Avoid vibration fatigue where you feel drained or disconnected. Keep the practice balanced, not forced, but alive. When you notice, "I was powerful on day 1, but on Tuesday I felt disconnected," you're listening to your spiritual biology. You're realizing this is more than a method, this is something awakening inside you. Clarify what it means to share the journey. You've passed through the early days. You've doubted. You've found yourself again. Now is the moment to bring your lesson to the light so it becomes a light for others. If you comment, "Day 5, I felt lighter," and a small refund showed up, you're not just helping others feel seen, you are raising the community's faith frequency, offering proof to those still unsure. Inviting others to walk with you, showing this path works for everyone who commits. Harmony between personal and collective practice, a living vibration field. You can practice like this. Daily speak the affirmation in front of your altar. Week 2, days 8-14. Add community resonance. Record and share the group's collective feeling of the day. Read the affirmation aloud 3 times in your space or live stream to inspire others. Weeks 3-4. Host a 21-day ritual. Everyone speaks the affirmation at the same hour. Everyone comments with feelings and stories, forming a digital vibration field. Watch for signs. Learn to read by intuition. You've heard theory, now practice intuitive awareness. Pay attention to small signs. A call from an old friend. A bill that gets delayed. An unexpected refund. Don't brush it off, write it in your journal. Day 12. I felt a little anxious, then received a call for a new collaboration. It's not random. It's your affirmation responding. You have reset your personal vibration in 7 days. Faced doubt with the law of substitution. Journaled your inner shifts. Created both personal and community rituals. Next, we'll turn this ritual into a living roadmap, not just for money, but for your purpose, relationships, health, and personal influence. Together, we will design the opening phase of the 21-day group ritual. Set up a spiritual control panel in your home. Connect through live sessions to raise the collective frequency. If you're ready to not just practice, But embody comment, I am a living vibration, or I am the embodiment of divine provision. You have listened, you have felt, and now, in the stillness of this final moment, I invite you to return to yourself, the place where everything has always existed, waiting to be revealed. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "Nothing is too good to be true. The only thing required is that you know you are worthy of it." The affirmation you've heard and felt isn't some magic from the outside. It's a calling home. It is the key that awakens a part of your soul that already knows how to shape reality. The journey isn't ending, it's just beginning. From today forward, you are no longer just a listener, a seeker, or a student. You are a speaker of the law, a person who walks in the frequency of truth. The outside world may not change instantly, but within you, what's been activated cannot be reversed. You are vibrating at a new rhythm. You have seen new visions in your mind, and what you've seen will find its way to you. Before you go, do this small but powerful act. Before leaving this space, I invite you to do one simple thing. Comment below this video with one of the following. I have started day 1 with the affirmation. I trust that good things are coming to me at the right time in the right way. Think of your comment as a commitment not to me, but to yourself. The universe doesn't care about word count. It listens to the frequency you're broadcasting. Every person who comments adds a piece of energy to your journey, and every line you write opens another channel to source. If this video stirred something inside you, if you felt that you're not alone on this spiritual journey, subscribe to the channel not as a robotic click, but as a gesture of alignment with a community who lives by faith, law, and vibration. You're not just subscribing for future videos. You're gaining companions. You're receiving inspiration for the days when you need light. You're getting a reminder that you are the one shaping your reality with every word, every breath. You don't need to binge it all. You don't need to understand everything today. Just come back each day, even for a moment, to recharge, to remember to rise. As Florence once wrote, there is a place that you are to fill and no one else can fill. Something you are to do which no one else can do. This channel, this video, is not just content. It is a compass helping you find that place, that calling, that unique vibration meant only for you. And finally, a reminder, like a sacred bell. If you leave today with just one thing, let it be this phrase. My word is law and money finds me, now and always. You can whisper it on the train, say it softly in front of the mirror, or jot it quickly in your journal. Wherever you are, this phrase holds the same energy and the law remains unfailing. Goodbye is not farewell, it is a promise. Thank you for being here, not just with open eyes, but with a willing heart. We'll meet again in future videos, where each return brings you deeper into the truth that lives inside you. Comment, subscribe, and believe that good things are finding you right now. And as Florence often said, I now let go of worn-out conditions and worn-out things. Divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs.